All right, big 49ers update. Christian McCaffrey officially expected back on Sunday. I know that we had long projected this, but Kyle Shanahan came on KMBR and said that McCaffrey has been awesome at practice this week. Obviously, pain not an issue, and because of that, he does expect Christian McCaffrey to suit up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday. So this can obviously be transformative for the 49ers, who have a good offense so far, about number 6 in the rankings, but they've been held back by the fact that they haven't produced as much in the red zone, and they're not getting nearly the separation that they did last season. Last year, they were in the middle of the pack in terms of separation rankings, with McCaffrey obviously available. This year, they're down second to last in average separation at the time of the catch. So that means that the 49ers are really going to enjoy having their gravitational force back there. That's what McCaffrey is in the pass game. He draws defensive attention toward him, and that opens up everyone else. They're also number 12 in rushing efficiency. They were a top 2 team in rushing efficiency whenever McCaffrey was around. He can improve the red zone running. He can improve the short yardage running. He's just a Hall of Fame type of player, and the 49ers are very likely to return Christian McCaffrey this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who do not play great defense, but the pass defense is worse than the run defense. I think the 49ers can exploit both with McCaffrey back. Now, you don't have to give Christian McCaffrey a massive workload. This is the luxury that the 49ers have this season that they did not have last year. Isaac Guerendo, the way that he performs in the outside zone and inside zone, just the burst that he brings to the table, combined with some of the receiving ability that he has as a former wide receiver in college at Wisconsin before he transferred over to Louisville, you're more comfortable, I think, taking Christian McCaffrey off the field and being able to seamlessly continue running the same stuff schematically if you're Kyle Shanahan. I think that Jordan Mason is great. The metrics for Jordan Mason as far as yards after contact have been awesome this year. I mean, he's third, I think, still in raw yardage from the running back position, but he's not a plug-and-play Christian McCaffrey replacement, and I think you have to change the offense a little bit when Jordan Mason is in there. That doesn't mean that Jordan Mason can't still be a very valuable contributor for this team. I just think that what we saw from Jordan Mason in the past as the change of pace, the physical change of pace, that's his most potential valuable role for the 49ers. And between him, Guerendo, and obviously Patrick Taylor Jr., who's been the 49ers reserve at that running back position so far this season, I think the 49ers have a way to keep pressure off of Christian McCaffrey as he works his way into the lineup. Richard Sherman said it best today. Even if McCaffrey is 100% healthy, it's still going to take some time to find his football legs, find the timing of an extremely fast and violent and physical sport. So they're going to be relying, I think, a little bit more on their depth, at least until Christian McCaffrey can work his way into the mix. But I think that the 49ers can actually be a better offense and a better team if they keep Guerendo and they keep Jordan Mason fully integrated, even if and when Christian McCaffrey is 100% healthy. Now, moving forward, when we talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this is a team that was winning a lot more early in the season than they have been lately. And injuries have definitely hurt Tampa Bay lately during their 3-game losing streak. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans not playing for this team. Godwin's going to be done for the entire season. Evans might be back at some point, but not going to be back on Sunday. So an offense that was really lighting it up early with Baker Mayfield at that quarterback position, and then guys like Rashad White and Bucky Irving at the running back position, Cade Otton at tight end. That offense, high-flying previously, has come much closer to the ground as of late. But the 49ers cannot take anyone lightly, obviously, and they also must realize that this game coming out of the bye week is more about them, their own defense making a statement, than it is about any opponent that is lining up with its offense on the other side. The 49ers last year, coming out of the bye, absolutely swamped Jacksonville. Their defense, which had struggled with fatigue against the Bengals, remember that, prior to the bye week, and against other teams even before that, but especially against Cincinnati when they were exhausted. The 49ers defense came out fresh, and firing in Florida against Jacksonville. Well, they're back to Florida this year, and they have a chance to play a Tampa team that is much more worn down than them. They're going to have a full 2 weeks of rest, the 49ers will. And I think that this is an opportunity, regardless of who's on the other side. And last year was Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, and they had some weapons. This year it's going to be Baker Mayfield and an offense that's relatively decimated for the Tampa Bay Bucks. This is a chance for the 49ers to flex their muscles defensively. And I would even go as far as to say it's necessary that they do flex their muscles in this game. If this team is going to be a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense, we know that Christian McCaffrey's insertion into the lineup can potentially push the 49ers into top 5 range offensively. But if they're going to be a top 5 defense as well, and they're currently, I would say, somewhere in the 10 to 15 range, it just depends on which metric you look at. I know DVOA has them at number 6, but that might be a little too kind. But if they want to truly climb into that top 5 to be the balanced Super Bowl contender that they believe that they can be this year, I think that this is the game that the defense has everything lined up for it. Maybe minus Dre Greenlaw. I know he's not back yet, but fatigue-wise, the 49ers should be good. They should be fresh. They've had a chance to schematically evaluate themselves over the bye week, and you know that they are playing a team that is a little bit shorthanded. So this is a chance for the 49ers defense to make a statement on its side of the ball. Obviously, they want to carry over the special team success that they saw against Dallas as well. But it's funny how history tends to rhyme. And last year, the bye week was in a similar spot for the 49ers, right around the trade deadline, and they came out firing with Chase Young in Jacksonville. We will see if the new pickup, Khalil Davis, is able to generate any productivity for the 49ers. The best Tampa Bay offensive lineman is a tackle, Tristan Wirfs, somebody the 49ers probably should have drafted, but you could say coulda, shoulda, woulda about the draft all day long. Wirfs was a rookie back in 2020. He is a stud at left tackle. So somebody like Khalil Davis, who's a defensive tackle, will not be working very often, at least, against somebody like Wirfs. He'll be working more against the weaker center of this Tampa Bay line. And by center, I mean the entire interior, from guard on one side to guard on the other. He's not going to be a major focal point. I'm just saying that the 49ers are going to come out with a little bit more juice, a little bit more on their roster than they did before the bye week. And we'll see how that operates against the Tampa Bay team that I think almost certainly is going to be trying to run the ball, given the fact that they are shorthanded at that receiver position. So look for Rachaad White, look for Bucky Irving, look for the interior Tampa offensive line to test the 49ers' biggest weakness, which is their run defense, number 23 in the NFL. Shored up by Khalil Davis, but the guy that's really going to shore up what the 49ers are doing is on the other side of the ball. That is the superstar, the NFL MVP, as Kyle Shanahan has called him, Christian McCaffrey, back for San Francisco against Tampa Bay on Sunday. There's a look at the Salesforce Tower. We're at the Salesforce Park, they call it, the Transbay Park, downtown San Francisco, 5 stories off the ground. A lot of nature and a lot of tall buildings, the skyscrapers here in the city. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. We'll talk to you after that.